What is up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 8 of the one and only Raptorstrike Podcast. My name is Joey, aka Joey Schmoey, 1/3 of the Raptorstrike boy band. I am the lead kazoo player. To my right, we have
Noah Martinez, aka Raptorman 5.0, and I'm the lead vocalist.
And my name is... Oh, sorry, that was
It
loud.
tickled my eardrums.
Anyways,
He went like that to me.
I went, hey. Anyways, my name
Hey, how
is
you doing?
Salvador Sandoval, and I played the electric bongos today. I think I've already played them, but
You played the bongo.
That was in the first episode.
that was the first episode.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
I guess
acoustic bongos.
we're going into a...
Now they're electric, okay?
Yes.
So
they
don't
were
judge.
electric.
You gotta say your name again, but with these.
They were
Like-
electric?
They were electric.
Oh, no.
Was it electric?
Yeah.
Can we get a fact check on that, please? Please.
Yeah, somebody in chat, please look at it.
But yes, we are back for another episode of Raptorstrike, and this time it will be the full-length featured film of 2 hours. Last week we were just tired. Last week, what did we do last week, Noah? Why were we so tired last weekend?
Last weekend was our very first event that we sponsored, thanks to Alamo HeroCon. So actually, if you were to go to my story as well as at Raptorstrike_podcast, we have the banner that we had that everyone signed up in the studio now. So I think it's a really cool piece of our beginning, and I'm excited to see where we go from there.
I was debating on whether or not just standing up and moving the camera, but nah.
That's a lot to move, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we do have that. We have it on our stories, our social media stories.
Yes. Check them out there. You'll get to see the banner in its full glory with all the signatures.
And on the Raptorstrike podcast account, we have a couple of photos up of people that went, the group photo of the car show, all the participants. And it's a really funny photo because one of the participants was walking away. Like Leo was there taking the photo, so shout out Leo. Thank you for being out there. But he was switching cameras, and as he was switching cameras, you can see him walking away in the next photos. So I post that one because I just think it's so funny. So sorry, David, but I couldn't help myself.
See, but yes, last weekend was our first sponsored event. It was great. I had a great time. We did both Saturday and Sunday. We just to recap, we organized the car show and sponsored the DJ booth. We got to meet a lot of cool people. A few that I remember, TCG District, the pop guys, they were cool.
Yeah, they were fun.
Who are some of the other people we met, Noah?
A lot of the cosplayers. You had the Mandalorian. You had the Banana Man.
The Banana Man. I love the Banana Man.
And family.
Yeah, and kids.
You had
He didn't have his kids after, but
Yeah, that was
we're not asking those questions right now.
He came back and he's like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" You know, he was all excited and
Like, where's your kids?
and we're like, "Wait a minute,
He had a clove of bananas and then it was gone.
A clove of bananas.
isn't it a bundle of bananas?
It's a bucket.
A bunch.
A bunch of
I'm
bananas."
gonna call it
No.
a clove. We also had Dad Vader.
Dad Vader, which Darth Vader, but at Dad Vader on Instagram, and we had Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn, yes.
Harley Quinn was
It
out
was the
there.
old school one. It was the
one of the originals.
80s.
I think it's called Mad Love Harley Quinn because she was in like a nightgown or like a.
Yes.
I didn't put two and two together at the time. And I'm like, I don't recall, or I'm not sure where this is from, but it's actually
Was it from a comic book?
live or the cartoon.
From the cartoon?
Yeah, because I added her on Instagram, and she shows
The
you know,
side by
where
side?
yeah where it is or where it was from. So I go, okay, I get it now, but I couldn't. It didn't ring a bell. Who else? Who else are we
From the
looking at?
cosplayers. Of course, we had the Crimson Victoria and Belladonna, Presley Belladonna,
Correct.
which y'all have seen before. They did a little photo shoot with the truck.
More to come on that. More than likely. With them. Who else?
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. three of the celebrities came out.
Yes.
We caught some of them as they were walking in.
We had 3 of the 4.
Correct.
We had Leilani Shu. I think I said her last name right. She was on Obi-Wan Kenobi, Book of Boba Fett, and The Mandalorian.
Correct. Which is a pleasure to talk to.
Yes.
She actually, you'll be seen on
channel.
the channel, some of the videos, and also the interview that Joey did with her. Great person to talk to, and very open. She was interested in the idea of Raptorstrike or what we're trying to do. She was just a great person to talk to, and very, very open, very open-minded, and honestly, for me, I felt like I talked to her too long. But on the flip side, if she didn't want to talk that long, she would have probably just cut the conversation short.
Yeah.
But that's just how easy it was to talk to some of these people. Was you're able to just you start going on ideas, and she actually invited us out to
Laredo.
The Laredo. God, it's a Comic-Con event down in Laredo, and she's like, "Oh, y'all should go down there." And
I don't think she mentioned the name. I think she just said
She didn't know the name.
There's a show in Laredo.
Yeah, her manager told me the name. And so he's like, "Yeah, y'all can meet us out there, and we can." It was really cool. It was really cool to be invited to another event, and come out and you'll basically be with her. So just go out, say hi to her, and take photos at another event. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And very great of her.
We also had Mela Lee, who came out in Demon Slayer, and I know she voiced Tiki from Miraculous Ladybug. If y'all know what's up. If y'all know that show. We had another one, but I don't remember her name.
Jill, I don't remember her last name, but Jill's voice is her Instagram, and she was actually really cool.
Yes.
When you're dealing with celebrities or people working with big names and big productions, you never know what to expect. So meeting Jill, I didn't realize that she was one of the celebrities on the panel, because when you hear the word celebrity, you usually
tie it with ego.
Yeah, you tie it with like they're hard to talk to, or they're gonna act a certain way. Or
they're not gonna have time.
Yeah,
because they're famous, right?
And so famous or well known. And so for Jill, it didn't click for me until after the fact, because Peter actually got her autograph the day before, and he's like, "Y'all do realize I paid for her autograph yesterday, and then she just came and signed the banner." for free.
No, the way he did it was hilarious, because what he did is he saw her sign it, he came up and he was like, "Did you just get her to sign it?" The guy was like, "This right here," and he pointed at the signature, "costed me X amount of dollars yesterday."
Yeah.
With that like Peter look where he's like,
yeah, and so after that I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, she's one of the celebrities? And he's like, "You didn't know that? You just asked her out of the blue?" And I'm like, "Well, we've been asking everybody to sign it." Because it's a great memento for us. It's our very first event, and so
she was just to add on to that real quick. She voices, I forgot who, but she voices a character on Black Clover. Just to add that.
I'm sorry, Sergeant. He said, "Never forget a girl's name." That's my bad.
And then kind of to touch on the vendors that were there, I would like to touch on some of the vendors.
Oh, one more.
Okay.
I just noticed for the cosplayers. Drunken Comedian. She was Mercy from.
Yes.
So she's actually an award-winning cosplayer. Actually, this weekend I think she just won another first place prize.
Oh yeah, I remember I got hit by her wing thing.
The wings.
Oh yeah,
her and Justice were fighting. Sal and Justice were fighting for their life with her wings, so she was turning around.
Oh,
That was funny.
I want to say that real quick, because he was there both days helping us out.
Yeah.
Shout out Justice. He was wearing the red Raptorstrike shirt. If y'all were there, he helped us with photography. He helped us with booth watching. What's it called? He helped us with a bunch of stuff that he didn't need to, but he helped us. Thank you. Justice thanks you.
That one's for Justice. Yeah. Also, he's gonna be one of our. he actually modeled in the shirt, and man, I almost gave him my number, dude. Like, I saw those photos and I was like, "Dude, you look good, man." Like, let's bring some positivity in here. And he's like, why don't you model next to me? And it's like, no, I'm not lowering the property value. Not again.
Not again.
Not again.
But yeah, I just wanted to quickly shout out Justice because he was there both days. He brought 2 cars, one for each day.
One for it. Man, look at that big baller.
Yeah,
he had a different car for every day.
Out that the heat with us.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like the day.
And yet kept his charisma.
Oh, the whole time, and y'all see some of that. Y'all will see.
You guys
some
will
of
see
that.
a very edited version of
And maybe if we ever do a Patreon, we'll release the whole thing.
All I'm saying is that you get somebody that looks at you like Justin looks at me, or Justice looks at me. That's all I'm saying.
We'll release that video eventually.
We were dying laughing.
Unedited cut.
Yeah, we were dying laughing back here at the studio, and we're rewatching all the footage. We're looking through photos, and none of us noticed all his facial features, all his gestures. We didn't notice it at the time until we watched it, and he's in the background, and you're like, what are you doing in the background?
Oh yeah, he was here watching it with us.
But great guy, Justice. We really appreciate everything. And to everybody else that went both days and just came to hang out. I know Sunday was a little bit of a slower day, but we really appreciate all the support of everyone that came out. Leo for taking over the camera at certain points and taking photos, but we really appreciate it, and it was a great weekend. It was a great weekend for me.
Yes.
What about you guys?
It was great. It was my biggest memory, the core memory that I'll have, is meeting new people. I love the idea and when it happens of getting our name out there, because even though in the grand scale of things, this isn't on the banner isn't a lot of people, but all these people know who we are now.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
We even got the T-Mobile truck crew to sign our banner. That one I think is the funniest thing.
Yeah. Are we gonna say it?
Yeah, down here.
Are we gonna?
So I'm gonna post on our TikTok.
Sorry, T-Mobile.
Yeah, and it's either gonna go really good or really bad. But they didn't respond to the one that I posted on the story.
At least you didn't get a cease and desist.
Yeah, but there was a sticker placed on the T-Mobile marketing truck.
Yeah.
But they were saying in the bot, permission was granted. I will say that.
Yes.
A full disclaimer: permission was granted.
The employee of the employees of the T-Mobile truck allowed us to place it on an unwrapped part of the truck.
And it was Peter, but he didn't tell us at the time that he had permission.
He just went
up there and
did
slapped the sticker on. We were like, "Oh my god, what did you just do?"
We were getting mad.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
but they're like, "Don't worry, it's gonna get painted anyways." So I'm like,
yeah.
I go, but you know how lazy some of these people are. They're just gonna spray over the sticker, so you're just gonna have the outline of the Raptorstrike logo. But yeah, T-Mobile, if you're hearing this, hey.
Hit us up. My phone's broken.
I've been a T-Mobile customer for I don't know how many years.
Have you?
I think 3 years now.
3 years now. Oh, a long time running.
Nah, I've been.
I'm on Mint Mobile, which is now it's T-Mobile because
It's owned by T-Mobile now.
There you go. Bam. 3 years with me too.
I've been Cricket for 10 years since I was 13.
So I moved away from.
But aren't they T-Mobile?
No, they're AT&T.
Oh, they're AT&T now.
So I moved away
sorry.
from Cricket because AT&T had just no reception by my house.
Yeah.
And then
you also live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. So and then I switched to T-Mobile and it was like full bars. I was like, wow. Okay.
I will say I noticed that where AT&T doesn't have reception, T-Mobile does, and where T-Mobile doesn't, AT&T does. Yeah.
Y'all remember Pocket? It was like Pocket and Cricket.
No.
Just always battling it out, and then eventually Pocket just disappeared.
Yeah, we don't talk about them.
Well, I think it got acquired.
I think because they're out of pocket.
It's Sprint. Sprint acquired.
And then it got shut down.
Yes. But Sal, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part was well, I mean, I'm tired, but just getting to be there with everybody. It was fun.
I will say, a big shout out is to Sal. I got to give him a lot of credit for sitting out there and standing, or not standing, but being on standby with all the equipment, rocking out music in the heat.
Getting free ice cream.
Free ice cream.
It's like I did it for the ice cream, man.
Shout out Gel U Italian Ice.
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of shout outs now. I mean, it went from, we had a couple of people that supported us, a couple of businesses, and now it's, now you start marketing and meeting new people and creating memories, as M's saying in the chat.
That's my friend Marco.
I highly
What's up, Marco?
Marco, nice to meet
Welcome.
you. I appreciate the support, man. But yes, whenever you can, always make memories, even if they're ones you're going to learn from, which means they're not very nice. But being able to remember and have things to go off of is a great deal. Which, in that sense, actually, Joseph, the main organizer, owner of Alamo HeroCon, he signed the banner as well, and we actually had him sign on the Alamo HeroCon logo. If we could have had somebody from CVF come out and sign, that would be nice. Ogabi's as well, and Rap Cuts, which we were trying to get cars from Rap Cuts to come out, but I think everyone had their schedules.
And no, not
How about that good-looking guy that showed the wheelchair?
showed in the wheelchair
both days.
You know what I should have done?
What?
My dad has multiple of the wheelchairs. I should have parked one. I should have just cleaned it up all nice and parked one.
He was rocking merch though. Yeah, he had a Raptorstrike hat,
And he
yeah.
had a jet tag.
Yeah. And it's in one of the videos. He's chowing down on some popcorn, man, in the background of the video.
That should be released, and we just blur out Justice. No,
Yeah, well,
No,
we'll
joke,
see how
a
the
joke.
editing can go.
no, it wasn't that bad.
I did get questions from some of the people that we took photos of. I heard
he had a great time.
I hope he did. I mean, he looked like he was enjoying himself.
Yes.
I sure hope so.
Yes. Well, you know what? I hope everybody enjoyed their time and had a great experience.
Speaking of that, with the pictures, I'll let you finish your thought with that. You were reaching out about pictures.
Some of the participants of the car show were asking about photos of like when they were going to pop out. So at that rate, we just need to separate them. And by we, I mean Sal. Because he has them on the card.
I have them. Actually, I have most of them already edited. I just need to separate them out by car and dump them into a Google Drive. That way we can give people access to it.
Okay. Yeah, because there were some that were like, hey, I can't wait for the photos.
Yeah.
So
So I just need to stop being lazy.
that's okay. We all are.
I'm still trying to work on.
Yeah, and also thank you for you do all the edits, you do all the editing of the videos, all the editing of the photos.
Couldn't do it without content from y'all. So.
Well, it's a team effort. Go
There we
team.
go. Go team.
Yeah. Okay. Sal? I mean Joey.
Sal, Joey.
Ooh.
Sal,
Joey,
Joey.
Sal.
At least I didn't say Sam.
Look here, Gio.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you hear me?
Gio, what are you doing?
Gio. Gio, what's going on?
Escape.
Y'all can't see him, but Gio's actually in the hallway. Gio's like, I am. But yeah.
I mean, he's not the only one that called me Sam.
Who called you Sam?
What's his
Hector?
name? Yeah.
No. Hector called you Sam.
Yeah, Hector called. Heck, Gio did too at some point.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't even.
I wasn't there for that one.
Yeah, I wasn't there. That was Sal.
Dab.
Sal. With a dab. Okay.
Sal. Yeah, but shout out the people who were able to join to our car show and coming out. Appreciate y'all. Shout out the
David actually brought 2 cars too. He had the Mercury Capri and then the Grand National.
yeah,
The grandest
I
of
remember.
nationals.
The grandest of national, which also has a Raptorstrike sticker. And these guys
Yes.
are surprised that he let us put something on
We
it.
thought. Well, remember Peter was like he wouldn't even put a drift charm.
Well, I could see why you wouldn't put a drift charm on a 80s muscle car.
But he put the sticker on his Buick, black one. Yeah, so it goes with it.
Yeah, black and white. I mean, I think it matched nicely. I don't know if he went home and took it off, but for the show, it was there.
We got a picture of it.
I was like, bet.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
But yeah, we had his Mercury Capri, the Buick Regal from him. Regal, right? Grand National.
Grand National.
We had the Predator Camaro. That one's cool. We had
Camaro.
I said Predator Camaro.
Darling and the Franks, the 02 Camaro as well.
02 Camaro.
The Stitch Challenger, which was the most popular car there.
Fan favorite.
It was a fan favorite, yeah.
We had Bochy the Rock Altima.
Mm-hmm.
We had some Fire Force Raptor that always shows up for no reason.
Wonder who that guy was.
I wonder who that belongs to.
I don't know. That guy seems pretty cool, if you ask me.
I'd say the opposite.
And I bet you he's humble.
Yeah.
I bet you he stays cool too.
Yeah. Well,
or he stays humble and he's cool.
There's an echo in here.
You're an echo.
We need to add more sound deadener.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite car was? The clean silver F-150.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know who that was.
I wonder who that guy was.
Yeah, guys.
That was
be a loser.
That was the original Raptorstrike build.
That was.
Yeah.
No.
It was a demo.
Oh yes, it was.
It was
that one and the Black Mustang. There was our two demos.
And then day one we had the tan Black Widow F-150, and then we had the second day was the black Ford Mustang GT with the GT.
We had a Ford GT
with the GT headlights, so it's
tail lights.
Tail lights.
If you're in the chat, share some stories or the favorite thing you bought there at HeroCon, because I know most of y'all were in there.
About stuff we bought at HeroCon, because I can.
What did you buy?
Well, I want to talk about. Or I'm almost done with the cars.
Oh, sorry.
We had the purple LS swapped Mustang. Yeah, the SM95.
Yes. No AC, man.
Oh yeah, that was a race car.
I feel bad for that guy.
But I mean, he stayed true. He's a trooper, man. Him and his wife.
That was a
They
race.
toughed it out.
Which I really appreciate them being out there. Everybody in the show, I really appreciate all y'all's time.
And then the classic
and support.
Azurlane F-150.
Oh yeah, who's that guy?
I don't know.
I don't know. Him and the Raptor are always there.
Yeah, but shout out all the cars and all the owners. We appreciate y'all coming out. It means a lot,
It does.
And I know it's a HeroCon, but being able to say y'all came out to the first Raptorstrike sponsored event, we appreciate y'all.
We do. And in other news associated with Alamo HeroCon, we were actually asked to sponsor again. So on the weekend of September 23rd and 24th, there's going to be another Alamo HeroCon convention.
Hopefully it's cooler.
Cooler temperature weather.
Or at least
what
not.
You meant.
At least not. Yes.
You say it like these. Like, hopefully this one's cooler. The weather. He's talking about the weather, people.
Yes, guys. This one was very cool. It's just hot.
It was very hot.
Yes.
So I hope it's colder.
Yeah. Okay.
Or
at least a lot more shade.
So what did y'all buy? At Alamo HeroCon 2020.
Well, I bought the license plates.
Ta-da!
Which I absolutely love. I absolutely love the license plates. Which I know we showed that last episode, but I also bought the Oni mask. Which I think is those are two of the biggest things that I think are really cool. I bought a Gengar 3D printed Gengar as well that had like the paisley pattern all over it.
Did that one fall apart? I mean, not fall apart, melt?
No.
Okay.
No, that one we kept inside to make sure I didn't put it in the truck. Because if I put it in the truck, I would have never noticed, and then we would have gotten to it like a crime scene. It would have been a crime scene in the back of the truck. And I think that's all I bought.
You bought a keychain license plate. Didn't you buy one?
Oh no, my brother made me.
Did he?
My brother bought me a custom-made little license plate keychain, and on one side it has the animated Raptor, and our logo, and the other side is a Texas license plate with a burger.
It says
and Raptorstrike is misspelled.
Yeah.
The joke behind that is when I was a shop, some of my customers couldn't pronounce the name, and they were always swapping letters, and I'm like, close enough. Close. Not only that, but even the guys at the parts stores, like where I had my accounts, none of them could say it. So in the world of marketing, I've been told, you know, hey, maybe you got to change your name to something that people could pronounce and say correctly. And I'm like, well, at that rate, we're kind of unique. So we'll just run with it. Even if people, if anything, it can become a shirt or, you know, part of merch where it's just misspelled with the actual logo on the side.
Yeah, they're like, yeah.
I mean, our streaming computer has that joke on it too. So the computer we're using right now for streaming actually has a wallpaper with a joke on it. So.
You know why? You know why that is?
Because your brother.
My brother did it. Yeah.
I remember when he made it.
Oh, you were here.
Yeah, I was here.
You weren't here.
I wasn't here.
Well,
I don't know where I was.
Whack.
Where was I?
Not with us. That's the thing about it.
It's because I wasn't invited.
It doesn't.
It's because I wasn't invited.
Okay, what's the next thing you want to talk about?
We didn't finish. Sal, what did you buy?
I didn't buy anything.
What did you get?
Ice cream.
He didn't go inside. He was at the booth. Like
I was at the booth the entire time.
Yes.
I didn't buy anything.
What did you get? Tell us the story.
Ice cream. So, so as you know, I was running the DJ booth. I like how you just. So I was running the DJ booth, and the whole time we're just playing music and getting requests and playing it. So that was kind of fun. One of the people at the Italian Ice booth was like, "Yo, play this," and the entire time we're just kind of going back and forth playing music. It was great. Basically, eventually he ended up coming up with like a thing of like, well, he came up to me, requested a song, and said, "Hey man, I got you. What do you want?" I was like, you know what? Give me a strawberry one. So he got me a large strawberry ice cream, and I was happy. Thank you, ice cream guy.
Shout out Gel U Italian Ice. They're really good. Dairy free. It was really good.
That was my favorite part.
But what's funny is in the video of Justice being the Rizzler and us interviewing Noah, Sal gets up and starts doing side quests, and
you're in the background getting ice cream.
I saw that
for like 10 minutes. Sal's just standing there like back, and he's just getting his ice cream. It was the funniest thing. And then so I bought. What did I buy?
You bought t-shirts. I
bought a pop the first day, and apparently. So, again, I bought it from TCG District. They had a bunch of pops there. And I got the comic book Darth Vader 1 of 4 set for a homie of mine. He collects pops. And I had told him I saw this pop a long time ago. And I'll usually buy him pops. He pays me back, you know. And he told me no a long time ago, and I'm like, I'm just gonna get it for him. I know he doesn't have this one, and I got the pop. I got all 3 of us to sign it.
Can you imagine if now he has 2?
No, so I gave it to him. He's like, no way, you did not get this for me. And I was like, yeah, dude, like, this is in. Apparently he's been wanting that pop, but at the time, this was like maybe a year ago. He was just it wasn't in the budget, right? And he's like, this is sick. And I was like, look at the side, and he looks at it. He's like, did y'all sign this? And I was like, yeah, we signed it. And he was ecstatic, bro.
Did we sign the protective box or the actual box?
The actual box.
Yeah, we lowered the property value again.
He doesn't do 50%. Reselling, but it was all 3 of our signatures, and then it said from Raptorstrike Alamo HeroCon 2023. I put that at the bottom.
I like that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I hope it meant a lot.
It did. Like he really liked it. He loved it. So I got that, and then I think I just got 2. Well, I bought freeze dried. What was it? The freeze dried cookies and cream ice cream sandwiches.
Oh, I thought it was the
Jolly Ranchers?
Skittles.
No.
I got the Skittles.
You bought the Skittles
on the pop-up day.
Yeah.
And then my dad got the Jolly Ranchers. Mm-hmm. He was chomping away at those. But I got that. They were all right. I got the boba tea. It was really good. But then I got 2 t-shirts. I got Noah a Star Wars inspired t-shirt. That was really good.
That we can't. You'll see it on my social media, but we can't bring it up here.
Yes.
Correct.
And then I got a Dragon Ball Z inspired shirt that looks like the face of a rum bottle, but it's Master Roshi's Island. It says Roshi's Rum, and it's so cool. I know Justice got the
He's actually he's in the chat now.
yeah, Justice got the Golden Frieza Golden Tequila shirt, where it was a tequila bottle.
These were all original designs.
Original designs by, I'm not looking at the banner, trying to look at the he signed it.
Was it Geeked and Unique?
No, they sold a lot of pops. Diverse Deity, she was the one who's doing the art.
Was it not Topic?
No, why did that?
Something happened with the
It flashed.
What?
The screen went out, but we're good.
It's up.
If I remember, I will let y'all know. But
you know what?
he
The mouse moved.
he did he does all original designs. I know your brother bought a Full Metal Alchemist vest from him. My homie Tony, he bought a Punisher vest from him. Okay. But he has all unique designs, and what's cool about him, and this is something super cool, is that he said he was the home of the forever discount. If you ever go to an event where he's at, wearing a shirt you bought from him, no matter what, $5 off.
Kind
that was cool.
of defeats the purpose if we can't remember his name.
We'll find it.
The name of the place.
But I know he did sign it, and it was pretty cool.
Which one?
No, the where you got the plaques, they signed it twice. Where they put it twice, it was funny.
Marketing. Marketing. Marketing is my passion.
Polly's Pets, the ones with the parrots, signed it. They put the little paw for it. It was great.
Yep.
They had they had the limousine of rats.
Even though it's missing a toe.
Yeah, that's fine.
Either which way. Great event, great experience, and just we had a lot of fun. I bought the Elder Wand. It's fake. I tried turning Joey's car into a Ford F-150. It didn't work.
It's not an F-250.
That's okay. Maybe we just gotta try again.
We just gotta try. I bet it could be.
I guess transitioning over. I didn't even notice that you can't even see this poster.
Oh, we just need to change the angle.
Oh, we moved it because of the.
There you go. Good enough.
Yeah, it's because now.
Watch that thing just yeet itself off of that stand.
It's reflecting that now, where it didn't before.
Oh, it was because I had dropped it.
He dropped it. He dropped it.
That was my fault.
He dropped it. The royal we.
Well, that segues us into the next big topic for Raptorstrike. As you know, one of our supporters is CV Fabrication, and if you've noticed, there is something giant on the table that is kind of oddly placed, but this is the final prototype for CV Fabrication for their front mount intercooler for the 2017 through 2020 Raptors. I think it was so cool. They reached out to us. That's too. You dropped it another time before?
Dropped it plenty of times.
Oh, okay, well.
Dropped what?
The thing, the sign.
I dropped it once.
God, I lost my train.
So this is the prototype intercooler. It is almost the final design, and we're going to be installing it onto Noah's Raptor.
Yes. So a lot of the parts, if there's any tweaks that we think should be made or would be an ease of installation to help out future customers, they'll be taking our advice. And I think it's just a great honor to be able to be one of the first people to have this product.
Yes,
so I'm super excited for it. For the data logging, I had to buy another cob tuner because I had one already, but I forgot to unmarry it from the Mustang when I sold it. So I had to buy another one for the Raptor. So kudos for that.
Data logging before and after, getting all that data over to CVF, and then we're gonna be getting that data over to CVF, and then hopefully they can use it to improve this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, either way.
Explain the data logging, or like what.
So data logging, I guess him asking me to explain it. Data logging basically just takes all the sensors of the truck and throws them into a file that we can read and chart it out as a graph. It allows us to see how the parts are functioning. Like in the case of this, I'm going to take turbo exit temps. Mm-hmm. Basically the temperature of the air coming out of the turbos. I'm going to take the temperature of the air coming into the turbos. I'm going to also be taking Jesus Christ, where did my English go? I'm going to be taking the temperature of the air coming out of this thing. Mm-hmm. There's a bung on there for the sensor. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to be sending that along with boost pressures, RPM, ambient temps, etc. over to CVF. So that way they can use that data to improve this thing or decide if it's the final design for them.
Correct.
Which it looks pretty good. I mean, this is a pretty beefy intercooler. The core looks very well built. So, I mean,
compared to the stock.
Yeah, compared to the little dinky stock one.
Yeah. So the one that's actually currently on the truck that's factory from Ford is located behind the front bumper. Yes. And what this does is ultimately move it from the front bumper and puts it in front of the main grille, mm-hmm. Which just gives you more surface area for cooling. This one also has cast ends compared to the plastics that are currently on there, in which things are made with plastic just to make them cheaper and easier to assemble.
It's a lighter weight unit. It's compared to these cast ones. The intercooler itself is functionally
sound.
It's functionally fine. Mm-hmm. It does just fine. It is a little small for the application, especially if you're pushing it hard. Mm-hmm. Same thing like with the EcoBoost Mustang intercooler. That was known to be a big issue, is that the intercooler was just really small.
Yeah.
But the car was designed for a V8 with no turbo and no intercooler. But this should be a big improvement for that, for the Raptor, with all the
bells and whistles.
Yeah. But especially when you're pushing it hard, you'll notice that you can run the thing harder for longer, and it'll keep within control.
Yeah, and one thing I always say is if you are driving a turboed vehicle, I always recommend just upgrading your intercooler, no matter the make or model.
Yes.
Because more reliable power, more reliable air temps, and a happy engine is a happy owner, depending on your payments. It's something that I have fun with, and it is.
Heat is the enemy ultimately, and you're going to do everything you can to try and get it to a usable temperature. You're never going to get it really cold, but ideally this will help maintain your intake air temps to somewhere reasonable where you're not melting things.
Correct. But if you do own almost any of the EcoBoost platforms for Ford,
yes,
CVS is one of your top providers for that. And we actually have our own promo code with them. If you use promo code Raptorstrike, you get 5% off your order.
And if you go to raptorstrike.net and click on the CVF link there, that takes you there using our affiliate website or something like that.
It just lets them know that you're going through. It's like a word of mouth. You heard it from us.
It allows them to track kind of like where the traffic came from, where the sales came from.
And we will be putting the Raptorstrike website in the chat, so you can check it out.
I'll do that right now.
Yeah. So huge thank you to CVS for trusting us with this and giving us this huge opportunity. It is something big for Raptorstrike to actually be working with a aftermarket parts manufacturer.
Yeah.
So it is a big step for us. And one thing is, I'd love to have this in along with all the rest of the catalog before we do Off Rodeo, which is the September event for Raptors and Rifles, which was basically Raptors on the Ranch that we did in January.
Yeah. What's it called again?
Off Rodeo.
I didn't even know that the name. That's a cool name.
Yeah.
Off Rodeo.
Is
it still at Cycle Ranch?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So if you
Different name.
have
do you know if they're going to be doing the same track layout, or is that going to be different?
that, I don't know.
Okay.
But if they do the same track layout, that's even better for us, because then I kind of remember the track, and it really sucks to try to relearn a track and then try to go fast.
So you know what that means, though. And this is nothing that's set in stone. This is just me talking out loud amongst everybody. Change the name from Raptors on the Ranch to Off Rodeo. That means, to me, they're putting everything, which means the Raptor can go, the F-150, the Cobalt. We're racing the Cobalt.
Yeah, it's the last thing the Cobalt's gonna do.
I'll do it. I'll be ready to buy a new car.
Actually, explain to the audience why the Cobalt has holes in the back bumper.
So Off Rodeo is gonna be the. So I have 3 holes in the back of my bumper because last week on Saturday I came over to Noah's so we can leave to
5 in the morning.
Yeah, it was like 6:45, 7ish. We came over here and I parked in front of the Crown Vic that Noah has, and I'm reversing. I'm a little tired, so I don't know how far is far or how close is close.
And I hear a crunch.
Noah's Crown Vic on the license plate has a spiked license plate
Frame.
Well, I kept going. I'm like, and I stopped, and I'm like, I hope he was in the restroom. I hope he was inside.
Nope, I was standing at the door.
He was at the door, and then I get out. He's like, "Did you hit my car?" I was like, "No, you're hearing things." And I go behind, and I'm like, oh, I just hope there's like no damage to the Crown Vic. And I looked, and I have a big bullet hole looking thing in my bumper, and I wear it with pride. My GTR got a hole from the Crown Vic.
I'll post that photo on my Instagram.
Yes.
So people can see.
It's great. It was hilarious.
It was self-defense.
It was self-defense, yes. But yes, I am racing the Cobalt for its one time
It's
send
going to
off.
be flying
Now, if you have a Raptor and you'd like to try to use it
to its fullest potential.
I'd highly recommend going out to that event. Those guys are very open-armed, great guys to work with. I mean, for me being an absolute rookie in the off-road racing, they had no issue with that. It was, we're here to have fun. If you're uncomfortable, slow down. Just make it to the end of the track, and if you need to, take a break before you get back in line again. What a car. What a legend. What a legend.
What a car. But yes, that is going to be a very fun event. So we're going to have 2 big events coming up in September. That's going to be a lot of fun.
The third event is San Japan, that I'm waiting on a response to see if the truck will be in the show.
We are going to be there. So if you see us, tell us what's up. I know I'm going to be wearing my Raptorstrike shirt.
And you know what?
I'm going to be wearing a maid costume, so look forward to that.
I forgot you said you wanted to wear a maid costume.
No, I already know what I want to be.
What?
I'm going to do what I was going to do last year. I'm going to be the Lofi Girl. The Lofi study girl.
Are you going to be wearing the headphones?
Yeah. With the googly eyes.
With the googly eyes. Okay, you're going to use those headphones or what?
No, I'll get some.
Or are you going to get the actual ones that look
I'll
like
just
it?
get some Tascam XC300s.
I'll go dressed as what I did for Alamo HeroCon. I was what everybody wants to be. Me.
This dude.
Just kidding. Nobody wants to be me.
This dude.
Thank you.
He's gonna be Fire Force.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
He's gonna be Maki.
Maybe I would recommend getting another
Tamaki.
one of those. It's not fluffy on the inside, so that way you're not melting.
Or
I
get another
gotta
one.
see if they sell one.
Or get another one and just rip the liner.
That is true, but that's also like
It's also
really
another
expensive.
$100.
Oh, get
Yeah.
a cheap one. You like
Ch-
the get.
Get
It's
a
like
cheap
there's
one.
an echo in here.
Hold on, let me see.
What?
All right. What's the next thing? What's the next on the agenda?
The
I like how we haven't gone over any topics
no, because
because we have a lot to
We
talk
got-
about,
we got-
guys.
We actually have something to talk about.
we have something planned for the second half of the episode. We're gonna do something different, and I'll just say what we're gonna do. So stick around. At 9 o'clock, we enter our second half. We are going to do. Are we allowing cussing for this one, or are we changing it up?
At a minimum.
I'm not making that decision.
At a minimum.
We need a unanimous vote. Because can I say the name of what we're doing?
Oh, that's not a cuss word. I mean, that's not. Yeah,
I mean,
you can say
most channels will use the butthole instead of
Okay.
Anus.
Am I the end?
We're gonna do. Well, I've heard this one. We're gonna do the Am I the Jerk Reddit stories reaction.
Yes.
Yes. So we're gonna be. Well, we're not gonna be reading. I can't read.
I don't know how to read, guys.
So we're gonna be putting in text to speech so we can all hear it.
Okay, adding my ability to read plus the inability of people to spell does not mix.
Yes.
Doesn't mix. 'Cause we were practicing earlier. We're reading some like, okay, what can we use and what? Then again, a lot of these things make me mad. Like
Yes.
so, tensions will flare because I get mad.
Because Noah was like, "It's a dog," and
Out of context, but yeah, it's a dog. It was a puppy, but I'm like, come on.
and you'll see similar stuff going into the next hour. But yes, we're gonna do that. We're gonna try it out. I think it would be cool to do it for the second half of the episode, to do kind of a reaction and discussion, and of course it's open to the chat. But yeah, we'll be doing that in like less than 15 minutes,
Something like that.
But to kind of wrap up these next 4 minutes, I do want to shout out this. You can't really see it. I should probably go to the camera. I don't want to go to the camera. You explain it.
So today we went to today we went to go visit our favorite jeweler, which is
a proud supporter.
Mr. Villarreal, which is a proud supporter of Raptorstrike at Ogave's Jewelry. And Joey was feeling festive today, so he actually went to go get a new ring.
Look at that.
Let's see. Nope, I see more of your hand than I see the ring.
Oh, would you look at that?
There you are. It's a sterling silver designed.
Oh, you're too close, dog.
Nope. Thank you, Joey. It's a sterling silver band that has a offset design, or I think like a I don't remember the design. I'm at a blank for words. But it's
a
actually
cool design.
It's a cool design, sterling silver ring, and he actually had one like that before, but he lost it on accident. Great job, Joey. Which to where I always I'm not even wearing the ring that I was.
Ooh, you lost it too?
No, I didn't lose it.
Dang, that's messed up.
I just switched it out for this ring.
That's what I said.
Did we show this ring on the promo?
Yes. I think we did.
Okay.
I remember it vaguely.
It was the Nuggets.
You mind showing this one? Let's see if that one pops up.
He just sat down.
Well, he'd be fine. Come on. Go for it.
Why does everybody think
who are you gonna propose to? Yeah, Joey. Who are you gonna? Is there something we don't know about?
I'm gonna propose to the game because I'm married to it.
Oh, okay. Thank you to my arms for staying by my side. There you go. Yeah, that's one of my rings that I wear for special occasions. So it is 14 karat gold with two. I don't remember the carats of the diamonds.
About yay big?
Yeah, about yay big. But it's one of my favorite. This is one of the first pieces that I've bought from Ogave's. And
I was there when you did it.
It matches my watch, which was a gift. So
one gift.
Yeah. But on the other side of that, going back to what I should wear for San Japan, they actually have a baseball jersey, a new baseball jersey of for Fire Force. So I think I might order that and wear that.
Do it.
Yeah. Or we can wear our Raptorstrike shirts. One of the two.
I'm gonna do the
I'll probably wear my Raptorstrike shirt.
I'll do the cosplay.
I thought you're gonna be a maid.
Under the maid costume.
Over the maid costume.
Over the maid costume.
That's what I'm gonna be doing. But man, hopefully I'll be losing more weight so I can wear a long sleeve during San Japan. Because that's the costume. That's like the biggest thing is the pink scarf and the green sweatshirt.
Pink scarf and the green
Lo-fi guy.
Lo-fi guy.
Okay.
But yes, so we are reaching our hour mark. So you know what that means. Y'all know what that means. I know what that means.
My Mustang, Justice.
His.
My Mustang, not yours.
Y'all have to choose one Mustang. What Mustang would it be and why? Let's answer this question.
Oh, I can do any year, right? It's like any Mustang.
Yes.
If you had to choose one Mustang.
You have any idea? Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Hey, Justice, do you still have the factory taillights to your car? If so, please put it in the chat. I would like to purchase them off of you.
You would like to purchase or trade?
He wants the what is that? The
2018.
The 18 and up.
Yeah.
18 and up. Honestly, I would probably get the S197 GT500 white with blue stripes.
Which one? What year?
There was like 3 of them.
What were the years?
So
The one from Need for Speed.
that's
So
a 14.
2014, 2013, 2014.
That one.
I would get the.
And it was silver, by the way.
I think it was the 99 Cobra R.
The red one.
Yeah.
That thing is legit.
Was it red with black stripes?
No, it was just red.
Just red.
I would get
Just
my
red with a
Mustang.
red wing. Huh?
I would get my Mustang.
Well, because you already have it.
Yeah.
You have a Bond,
But
Manda machine.
But if I were to get any Mustang, like if I were to just ignore the fact that I have one and just get any of them, I'd probably do a Terminator Cobra.
That's
Is
a
that
good one, too.
the SN95 or the New Edge?
That is they're both SN95s, but
I know, but you
it's
know what
the
I'm
one
saying.
that it's
The
it's
bubble
the
one?
No, it's the New Edge style. It's black, and then it has the
Yeah, I know.
independent rear suspension instead of the.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But when it's a
if you
supercharged
open my
32
screen, this is the one Joey said.
Did you do Needs for Speed specifically?
The specific
No.
one from Need for Speed.
Oh my
You have to
goodness,
do it
the Need
specifically.
for Speed.
Need for Speed.
It's the silver with white. That
here.
one.
Because of the huge wide body.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
I said the Mustang Cobra R.
Wait, you wouldn't want the Mystic one?
This one.
I used that one in Forza.
And Sal, you said?
The Terminator.
Oh, of course. Everybody wants a Terminator.
Yeah.
What color?
Honestly,
Black?
Mystic.
Mystic?
I said
That one right
black,
there?
but I'm thinking Mystic. Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Bam, right there.
Boom.
Did you do Need for Speed? Yes, Need for Speed specifically. That one's nice.
Oh, so you and Justice have the same one that y'all want?
SVT. Well, is the SVT Cobra and the Terminator Cobra the same thing?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was just a nickname.
Yeah, the Terminator was just its nickname because it was like the most highest horsepower Mustang they had ever made or something like that.
250.
That and the
All
funny thing is I
250.
think 2004 is when the the Camaro went out of production, right?
Something like that.
So they dubbed it the Terminator because it's like, oh, we're the only one. Shots fired.
Yeah, because it didn't come back to 2010. Same thing with the Challenger.
Yeah, the Mustang kept on going, baby.
Yep. Even through its Mustang 2 days.
I want a Mustang.
We don't
2,
talk about those.
Build it out just so
You know
I
what?
can say.
The Mustang 2, was it a Shelby? No, it wasn't. I think they called it
they
the
didn't-
Cobra 2.
No, it had a Shelby.
No, I don't think they had a Shelby Mustang too. Let me find it.
Right here, this one.
Mustang
Yeah, well, it had
2.
the Cobra logo, but
Look
this
at
one, the
that.
Cobra 2.
No.
Yeah, that one.
A
That's what I was talking about.
1964 and a
There was one
half.
that had like a bird on it. I don't remember which one it was.
Oh,
we got
Sergeant Hood in the. We got him in the chat.
1964 and a half ragtop red.
Oh,
Ragtop, is that
that's
a
specific.
That's convertible.
Convertible. Mustang.
I don't do convertibles.
convertible.
Drop top, boy. The only convertible I do would be a.
I would do a
Uh,
hard top convertible.
White interior or black?
Brown.
Do you want to get burned or burned more? If you leave it in the sun. So you got the white top.
I like the wheels on that first one you showed.
That white
This
top
one?
is like.
Oh, I like this one right here.
It
That
looks-
Wait, aren't those the ones I have on mine?
Yes.
Boats.
boat.
Over here at the channel with Raptorstrike, we actually have a 1968 Ford Mustang, which has these US mag wheels. It is also for sale, so hit me up if you'd like to buy it. It
It's
is
a
also
fastback, right?
What?
No, it's a coupe.
No, if it was a fastback, I'd keep it. But ours is a coupe. But it is for sale.
It's got tinted windows.
It does it?
Yeah. The back one, at least. I don't know about the
And
sides.
it's got a fully
said white.
modifiable
My bad.
engine. You
My
can
bad.
do whatever you want with it as long as you buy the parts.
And the engine.
More like if you buy the engine.
Yeah, you buy the parts for the engine. You can do whatever you want with it.
You buy the engine.
Oh, he
you
said
can
he said
install
white
whatever.
interior
I
for this
think
one.
that Mustang, the red with the white interior and the white top, looks very classic. Like it gives me like 50s like Bel Air vibes.
Even though
You
it
know
came
what I
out in
mean?
the 60s.
That's what I just said. It gives. There's like an echo in here.
You said 50s vibe, and I said
No.
even though it came out in the 60s.
No, I said it gives back retro vibes.
It gives
Echo.
off retro vibes because we were in 2023.
Are there any Camaro lovers or
Right here. I'm right here.
Challenger?
or Challenger or Charger lovers in the chat? Because I see 2 responses for Mustangs. That must mean we have traders in our midst.
For Camaro, 72 all the way.
72.
Ooh, what about reversed white with red interior?
That sounds.
Call
like
it white cherry.
I know about that. I don't know how I feel about red interior. I like that.
Says you own the red interior Mustang, right?
Oh, red on red, yeah. 2005 Ford Mustang GT, torch red exterior and red leather interior. I loved it.
I know a lot.
On that note,
Listen, my make and model is rare. I'm one of one, off the production line.
discontinued. That's why there's no more of them.
Yeah.
Yes, but with
Your
that,
prototype.
we're gonna take a quick intermission. We're gonna take a quick about 10-minute intermission. So right now, get y'all's popcorn, get y'all sodas, go to the restroom. But don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you have not already. On that note,
As well as comment.
they are commenting.
No. I mean, like, comment on the video.
Comment on the video.
Nice.
Yes, like, comment, subscribe, and share. We appreciate y'all. And now, a panel from our sponsors. good to go? We good to go? Sound check, sound check. Alrighty, we are back for the second half of the Raptorstrike Podcast, live from San Antonio, Texas.
Hello. I thought that was me making all that noise. Was because you had the microphone in your hand?
Yes.
What did y'all say? No. So the second half, we are gonna do something special that we mentioned before. We're gonna be reading some "Am I the Jerk" stories from Reddit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to say the title, but we are gonna put the text into a text to speech. Cool.
Are they gonna be able to hear it?
Probably not.
No, we don't have that set up.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get that working.
Let's do that real quick. You have to do the control.
You have the keyboard?
Yeah. Okay.
Delete.
You can just control V on top of it.
There you go. Now let me see if I can get.
How is
Actually, you know what? It might work. It might just work.
Yeah, because the music audio is good.
Yeah, let me just turn the music down on the actual thing.
I would just say cut it by 50%. Yeah. And then
Let me crank this up.
Hack the system. Because you pulled out a keyboard from the
hack
side.
the system. Alrighty. So if we can go back to the topic that we're gonna do, is this one? So, am I the jerk for limiting how much money I give to my parents? And we're gonna start the text-to-speech.
For context, I am in Southeast Asia and you know the family culture here where parents treat their kids as retirement plan. My parents were not that well off but tried their best to raise us. I now have a job and able to support them in somehow. They accumulated a lot of debts raising us 4 siblings and only the youngest is still in uni. Us 3 with the jobs contribute to the household because we have to. I pay for electricity, part of my parents' debt, the youngest allowance for school and medicine for my parents. Overall I give about 30% of my salary. One of my big expenses is my eczema maintenance, which can be very expensive. After all of that, I am now left with at least 25% of my salary for myself. I am into saving the most of my money, since I grew up with barely any money for myself, and so 25% of my income is too low for me but there's nothing I can do about it. I just made sure that it doesn't go below that. Sometimes my parents ask for extra money beyond on what I am giving them. Most of the time I am fine with it, but it now became some sort of a pattern. I made it clear to them that 30% is the most I can give, so if they ask for more money, I may not be able to give it to them. What I hate the most is when they ask for money. And when I say my budget is tight this month, they somehow guilt trip me, giving me the cold shoulder. I love my parents but they are not the most loving. They barely know me and make no effort to, very typical Asian parents. I struggled a lot with my eczema to the point where it affected my mental health but they were oblivious to it. I am not the favorite child so maybe that's why lol. They only talk to me when they need money or need me to do something.
Ouch.
So I can't help it when I feel like a cash cow to them. Aida?
Well, I guess something else we should have probably, because that sounds super random, but this was part of a randomizer just to make things interesting.
Yeah.
And so I guess you never quite know what you're gonna get. But that is a lot to digest. What was the question?
So,
Am I the jerk for limiting the money I give to my parents?
that was the original prompt.
I guess I'd have to say no. Because removing the relationship of it and just having them as people that take don't have no limit of what they will take, and givers have no limit as to what they would give. And there comes a point where you're giving more than what you can, but takers don't care. So you need to be able to look out for yourself. Similar to like a lifeguard, if you can't support yourself, then you're almost useless to everybody else. Like you got to make sure number 1 is okay so you can support number 2. But that's a weird. I wouldn't be able to speak on experience on that one because I don't have that situation.
Same here, but at the same time, your kids aren't your retirement plan, so I don't. I do have to say it's not cool. Like apparently that's a thing in certain countries, and I think that's what they mentioned here. Is that it's a thing, but
Or cultures?
Yeah,
It's a cultural thing.
but in this case, like either way, it ain't right, dog. Like, do not use your kids as a retirement plan. If you failed to plan on your own, that's your fault.
Yeah. I don't think they're the jerk for that. They even said that they want to try to help their parents as much as they can, but I mean, did they give an age on that? I don't think they did, but I'm assuming they're an adult.
Yeah, they apparently just graduated university.
Okay, so they're at least like 22, 24.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Give or take. So, no, because it's hard. Boundaries are always a thing, no matter what. You need to set boundaries so you don't get stepped on, but it's harder to set them with your family members because if you say, hey, I don't like that to a family member, they could take that the wrong way.
Boom, you're the bad guy.
Yes. So it's difficult, but they did the right thing by setting that precedent of like, I can help you, but there's going to be sometimes I just can't help you as much.
Yeah.
Because they didn't say I wasn't going to help you at all. They just said I can't help you as much.
Yeah. No. Well,
I can't help you more than X% of my income because I need it to
30%
survive.
is a lot.
30% of your income for your parents. That's at least here in the United States, that's kind of unacceptable. Like not
with the cost of things rising and everything.
yeah.
So, but again, removing the relationship of everything, if people have the option to take, they will.
Oh yeah.
And givers are people that, I mean, I know a lot of people that'll give you the shirt off their back if you ask them for it. But at the same time,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that as long as you know how to pay it back.
yeah, or pay it forward, one of the two. But on to the next one, because that one right out of the gate was very,
Very heavy.
very heavy.
Yeah, that one
Very
was,
heavy.
That was kind of heavy.
So-
This next one,
For our second,
Oh, and also you can, if you're in the chat, you can put whether yes or no for these questions as well.
yes. If
Or
you
also,
think-
I should ask the chat. Were y'all able to hear the text to speech feature?
yeah, we're able to hear
Not
the
a
story.
jerk. My mom says not a jerk.
not a
Not
jerk. Perfect.
So this next prompt, and feel free to leave your all's opinions. Am I the jerk for expecting my parents to help me pay for my car?
So are we saying our first initial to the question, and then we'll revisit our answer
You know
at
what?
the end?
Let's do that. Yeah.
Okay.
So am I the jerk?
With no content.
Just face value. I don't think if you're already an adult making, I can't say if, but it's your car, you need to pay for it.
Yeah.
Have your parents-
Without context, you gotta.
Yeah.
Because for the most part, of course, this is without context that I'm adding to the question, but more than likely, when your parents were your age, they paid for their own car.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those stages you're moving into adulthood.
Yeah.
You're going to pay for your house. You're going to pay for your car. So I'm going to say yes, but I guess we'll listen to the reasoning.
Listening to their reasoning.
Okay, so, about 2 years ago I was having a lot of issues with my Jeep and was in desperate need of a vehicle to get me back and forth from work. My mom and dad, having just bought 2 brand new vehicles, offered for me to take over payments on my dad's old 2011 Ford Fusion. I agreed because I wasn't in a place where I could buy a new car and it would be a while before my Jeep was back up and running. I faithfully paid my family $100 a week for almost a year and a half, but then I got pregnant and lost my job. My boyfriend and I decided it would be best for us financially if I stayed home for a bit and took care of the baby. I currently have very little income that I get from a few side hustle things I do from home, and when I have the money I still send my mom the payment for the car, but sometimes I just don't have the cash. I think that my parents should pay for the car and think it's ridiculous that they hound me relentlessly about sending the money to them. Mostly my mother. My dad makes very, very good money and my mother also works full time. Both my brother, early 20s, still live at home and have jobs. My mother routinely pays payments on things for both my brothers and is currently paying all the legal fees for my brother's paternity case with his ex-girlfriend. I haven't lived at home since I was 18, over 10 years, and have never asked my parents for anything, and they don't even need the money. I sent them $400 towards the car out of my tax return, and they turned around and took everyone out for a $300 dinner that weekend. This has happened numerous times, and every time I ask how much is left on the loan, the number changes. So I ate it for expecting them to pay it or at least help with it, since I've already paid the amount they claimed was left when I took the car.
So this one is a bit more complex because there's a chance that the car's already paid off, but now your parents are expecting you to continue paying the way they said it, and or you haven't finished paying it off, and like what she said, the number changes every time.
Yeah,
but
if the
number keeps on going down, then that means you're doing something right.
Oh yeah, it changes,
the
but
number's changing because it's going down.
I'm
But-
assuming that
Here's the thing: you bought the car, you pay the car. That's how loans work.
So if there wasn't an agreement to that, like there's because for
Legally-
her for the did they say her?
Yeah, she said
Or-
I got pregnant.
Oh, well, Don't assume now.
Well,
Can you pull it?
Can you pull it up? You have the wrong one up.
Oh, well, that's the wrong one.
No,
Here it is. Okay. Now the other thing is, now you get a lot more detail with this one. Are you still? I'm gonna say yes, because they're helping you out. You gave a pretty good paragraph as to what you were going through and why.
Mm-hmm.
I've been told by numerous people, like, when you have children, you start going into overdrive because it's no longer your butt's on the line. Now you and a part of you is on the line. So now you got to work double time and make it work. And then, they give even more detail to, my dad makes very, 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 very good money. So at that point, it sounds like you went into this agreement expecting your dad just to pay for it. That's my take. So yes, you are the jerk. Yes.
My take on this one is similar to Noah's. Yes, you're the jerk. You shouldn't feel entitled to anybody giving you anything, even if your parent gives you, like, it makes good money. They can be a millionaire. Like, of course they don't need it, but
that's not the point.
That's not the point. Now, if your parents want to help you, cool. Like, take the help. They're trying to be supportive. But if you're asking them, like pay your side. Do what you said you were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I see where it says I sent them $400 and
out of the tax
then
return.
they went out and had a $300 dinner. That's their business.
That's the money
that's their business.
Them. Yeah, that's the way money works.
See, that's where it sounds like she's being very, honestly bratty, because like, oh, I gave them $400, but they did a $300 dinner. Oh, they make very, very good money. They don't even need it. Like, oh, I don't ask them for anything, but they're helping out my brothers in their early 20s. They can be 21.
Now, from the in the chat,
can I get chat?
Sergeant Hood has a very good point. This is with all of these that we're going to be doing this evening, or tonight. That is only one side of the story. Family issues are yelling at you here. So
yes.
Okay.
That being said, what that woman should have done to start with is, hey, how much at the start? How much do you owe on the car? Taking that money, and then every time you give a payment to your parents, take that money out of the loan, out of what you owe.
Or write it down.
Yeah, just write down how much you gave, because it's like, hey, I've given you this amount of money.
Yeah.
You guys are continuing to say I owe money. Either let me see the bank account saying I owe money, or don't ask me for money.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I'm going back to the beginning. It sounds like you haven't paid all the time. It sounds like you missed a lot of payments.
Yeah, like your car would have been repoed if it wasn't, your parents there.
So at the end of that was she said she needed a new car. So she took over payments of her dad's old car.
Exactly. So if it wasn't your parents' car to start with, like if your parents were,
you wouldn't have one.
Yeah, you wouldn't have a car. It would have already been repoed.
So to kind of, before we go on to the next one, we do want to preface that we're giving opinions on a bias story, and we're taking things at face value, kind of trusting the author ish, but for content, we're taking things at face value, and they can probably be worse than they're actually saying.
Yeah, but
or leaving out stuff.
I want to know who did this randomizer, because both the first two out of the gate are about people and their parents.
Yes, and we're gonna keep going.
All right, what's the next one?
Am I the jerk for not wearing false eyelashes? I'm gonna say no. Do what you want.
Okay, like I said, random. So I'm gonna guess no, but again, we have no preference to.
What?
Can you take out the edit or the update part?
All right.
Yeah, that's. Well, the edit. I read the entire edit right there, and it's just thank you for everybody's response. So,
but still, all right. So we're gonna hear this one out. Is she the jerk for not wearing false?
Yeah, I didn't say yes or no. Oh, no, I said no.
Yeah, he said no.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say no because you don't have to, right?
So my family and I, 16F, were planning on going to a restaurant for dinner tonight, and my father, 64M, had asked me to dress nicely for the dinner. Which I did wear a nice looking outfit as well, done my makeup nicely. But I did not put on false eyelashes because they're just uncomfortable for me and I figured that it's just family. So it doesn't matter. Now for further context into this, I have trichotillomania, which means that I compulsively pull out my hair. In my case, I mainly pull out my eyelashes. But at this point I have gotten better at trying to stop and my eyelashes are starting to grow back in a bit, so I decided to just put on mascara. And so we went to dinner and ate. But when we got back home, my father was extremely upset and said that I embarrassed him by not wearing any false eyelashes. My mother agreed with him and said that I should have listened and put more effort into my looks. But I don't think that it was wrong for me to have not worn fake eyelashes. So Aida?
Oh, it's a quick no.
That's no. Your parents are shallow.
They care about.
So I want to preference this to a personal experience. Not with me wearing fake eyelashes, but I went out with a girl.
What? You went out?
Hey, don't. Y'all are messed up. Hold on.
Okay.
So I went out with a girl.
Yes.
And we're walking around. We're spending time together, right?
Slam the water bottle.
That's what you get for making fun of me. And throughout our time together, she kept removing her glasses, cleaning them, and putting them back on. And so I think after like the 5th time, I was like, is everything okay? Like, you've been cleaning your glasses a lot. And she said, my aunt had me put on fake eyelashes. And I don't wear fake eyelashes. But her glasses, the way she naturally puts her glasses are really close to her eyes. So the fake eyelashes were, when she would blink, they would rub up against the lenses, so it would get the makeup on there. And I'm like, you can take them, like you're not gonna make me mad if you take them off, because obviously they're messing with you.
Yeah.
This entire evening.
It's like they're making you uncomfortable.
Yeah, you can just remove them. She's like, no. She said I had to wear them because I looked pretty with them and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, the eyelashes are not going to make a big difference. I'll tell you that right now. Especially to a guy. If you wear eyelashes or you don't, you look pretty either which way. And I promise you, we're not going to notice whether or not you're wearing eyelashes or not. Unless it's those really big ones that are like way over here. Yeah. But I don't understand why or how you would make your child feel bad for not wearing eyelashes.
So
come on, dude.
Come on.
I have a take on this.
Quit being shallow.
I don't know, you're not the jerk. The author is not the jerk, but what I feel like their parents are trying to do is more so like the good response, right? Is like maintain yourself, I guess. Like that's what I'm trying to kind of justify it, where it's like
you're trying to say that the parents are saying
into what you're wearing, but they did it in a very condescending way that I don't agree with.
You're saying they did the right thing in the wrong way.
No, I think they did
the wrong thing.
They did the wrong thing because to them it was like they were embarrassed by her. Because I'm saying this from my personal experience, that when I was younger, I would like young teenager, I would throw on a raggedy shirt. I would throw on some raggedy shorts.
We're a guy, so.
And I didn't.
Jake from State Farm.
I didn't take any pride in what I wore, and my mom would get on me about it. She wasn't embarrassed of me. She wouldn't tell me she was embarrassed of me. She would be like, "Take some pride in what you wear. Like comb your hair, do all that." And it wasn't until I got older that I was like, "Oh, let me take a little pride in what I like."
Okay, so you're looking at it from the girl's perspective of like your or from the author's perspective of you didn't care what you looked like.
Yeah, and she even said that they're going back like that. What's it called? It's
she had a
the trichotillomania is actually. I've met people, been very close to people who have that. If you've ever seen people pick at their fingers, like if you ever see their fingers ripped up, that's what it is. Some people
they just
pull
impulsively
their hair,
do something.
They scratch their hands,
and
they bite their
that's
nails.
through anxiety, right?
It's an anxiety thing.
Yeah.
But if she's saying she's been working on that and she has like they're going back, she's probably proud of that. Yeah, she's probably okay with it.
She's healing. You're in the healing process. You go, girl.
But for her parents to be all shallow and be like, we're embarrassed to you.
Let's look at something else though. No, I'm not. What the parents did was wrong. But if you look at the ages, she's 16 female, and her dad and her mom are probably are in the same age range, but 64 male. That's different values at play.
Yeah.
That's different values at play. Either which way, on to the next one because I can't even.
Sal, what's your opinion on it?
On this?
Yeah.
Her parents are just being shallow.
Okay.
Like, it's like, okay, you know your daughter has this, whatever it is, right?
And the main fact is she got dressed up to like the fullest.
Yeah, like
and
she
missed
dressed up
a
nicely.
detail that you wanted. Get out of here.
It's like, why do you care?
Anything in chat?
Well,
Probably not.
they're probably in shock.
Oh.
I'll tell you that. They're probably in shock.
So
They probably just left. It's all like, this is getting boring, guys. All right.
so our next
On to the
prompt
next one. Let's see what pops up.
is
Nah, let me go back to it.
There it is.
am I the jerk for not taking my K-pop obsessed friend to a K-pop concert? That is the next prompt.
So what do you have to say about it right away?
With no context. No.
No. Because I know how those people are. You
Sorry,
didn't take me. What do you put?
You're stepping into deep water talking about female issues on makeup and looks almost as bad as not remembering her name.
True, but you know.
Screw it, Ubo.
Hey, but we support her. If you're not gonna wear fake eyelashes, don't wear fake eyelashes. We ball. Let's go. You go, girl. We stand by you. Next one.
All right. Anyways,
Oh, so I say yes, or I say no because
Me saw who?
me saw who saw me? Me saw that guy with who?
So no. Yeah. Or no.
Off rip.
For not taking your friend to a K-pop. No.
like no,
Without any context. No.
Yeah, without context. No, you're not the butthole. So let's listen to this.
Booty hole.
Let's listen to this.
Play the
I,
track.
17F, have been planning to go to a K-pop concert as a birthday gift. Because of this, I was able to take another friend, Lindy. Lindy and I have known each other since middle school, and my K-pop obsessed friend, Natalie, since the start of sophomore year. Natalie and I aren't really close, but Lindy and I are best friends, so naturally I decided to take her. But ever since Natalie found out I was taking her, she began to get mad at the fact I was taking Lindy and not her. She has been repeatedly telling me how much she likes the K-pop group and how much she wants to see them in person ever since finding this out. I'm not sure if it's in hopes I'll abandon Lindy and take her instead, but it makes me uncomfortable. She has also told me that Lindy doesn't know the group member names, so I shouldn't even take her in the first place. This is making me uncomfortable, and I can't help but think Aida for not taking Natalie, even though I'm not comfortable enough to take her to the concert.
Yes.
Yes, what?
I think they're the jerk.
You think
Why?
they're the jerk? No, she clearly states it. Okay, here's when I get mad. She's not the jerk.
I agree with you. She's not
With who?
with you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
She's not the jerk.
Well, hold on.
Because
He needs to
let's
defend
listen to
himself
'cause
first.
You can see him about to bust.
Unless I heard it wrong.
No. Okay.
So I'm thinking that these people are in the same friend group.
Uh-huh.
Is that what they're saying roughly?
Yes.
She didn't say they were in the same friend group. She
They
just said
did.
my two friends.
She said my two friends.
One friend and another friend. They didn't
One of
say
them's
they all hang
obsessed
out.
with K-pop, and the other one's the closest friend.
So I'm thinking that they're in the same friend group. If you invite one person, not the other, that kind of makes you the jerk. Now, if it's separate, which I'm reading it out, if it's separate and it's like you're doing it with one person that you're cool with and so happens to hear you're taking them, then no. But it sounded like they're in the same friend group. It's like you
Okay.
can't invite one person, not the other.
So here's my thing. She had enough for 2 tickets, right?
Oh,
There's 3 friends.
there's an edit. That's where you got friend group from.
Okay, whatever.
So it was a friend group.
Okay.
So the edit says, also because of this, it seems like our friend group might break up. I'm scared of this happening. I enjoy being with all of them, but if this causes a friend group breakup, I don't know what to do. Crying emoji.
Okay.
So
Who's going?
I still think she's not the jerk because okay, I go to a concert, I have 2 tickets. I have my best friend that I've known for like all my life, right? Mm-hmm. Am I going to take them or somebody who I kind of know that I know likes the band?
Like a year or 2. It seems like they've been friends for about a year or 2. So
Yeah. I'm gonna say no. The other side of this is these aren't full grown people.
Yeah,
these are people in school, meaning that their parents more than likely bought the tickets, and everybody has a fixed amount of income that they can use on stuff they enjoy.
Yeah.
So we only have enough money for me and another person to go. Now, are you? And for me, I'm
the entire blood of high school.
what?
Look what Celeste put.
Can you pull up chat, please?
No.
If Celeste's gonna agree with me. This is the best.
You can't invite one in the friend group and not
Isn't
the other.
the entire plot of high school?
Okay, but again, if you're on a fixed amount, like if this is what you can afford, you can only afford one extra ticket. You can invite everybody.
Why is your keyboard flashing?
Because it's having a seizure. I don't know.
Chicken Caesar salad.
Okay.
But no, you're not. There was one person that they've known since middle school, and the other they met in sophomore year. But it's like if you have memories with one person, you're gonna want more memories with that person.
Yeah.
If we're removing all the roles, all the genders, all the.
She even states in there saying, "Hey, I kind of don't know this person. Like I don't
like as well.
Yeah, I don't know this person as well."
Krillin.
There's Leo. Leo, we're in a controversial area here, but
you might like it.
I don't know how much of this you've seen, but I honestly I don't think she's the jerk.
I
don't think so.
I'm looking at it from the standpoint
that's
of
the thing,
if you can only
if your parents buy you 2 tickets, are you going to go and ask them to buy you another one? I mean, you probably will, right? But they're probably going to say no.
Yeah, like this is all we can afford. And I understand the thing of like, this is my favorite band. If this is your favorite band,
cool.
ask your parents for a ticket.
Exactly.
Don't expect me to take you. True friends don't care who. Exactly.
Yeah. See, okay, so why I say they're the jerk is because.
Were you in this situation?
Coming from experience.
I wasn't. You know what? I can't speak. I can't speak for you, but I wasn't popular in high school. So you tell me about your experiences in high school.
This is from high school, right? Now.
Okay.
Nowadays, I mean,
you can relate.
They don't. I don't. Yeah. But in high school, I remember in friend groups, you had to make sure everyone was invited. You had to make sure the offer was out to everyone.
But that was for trips to the mall or trips to the park or trips to the pool.
Not like.
But I'm saying, like, did y'all go to concerts?
Yes.
Which ones?
I went to one in Austin and one in here.
In high school?
Yeah.
Oh.
Different friend groups. But still friend groups.
Oh, look at that. If she's such a big fan, she should already have tickets too.
So, yes. I'm thinking about it from just like...
You're thinking about it from like the group perspective.
The group perspective of like, put the invite out there, I guess.
Here's the invite.
Like, that's the thing.
Here's the invite.
If
we're going to the concert. If you want to go, buy your ticket.
Like, if I have 2 tickets and I can't get more, am I going to say, hey, everybody, do you want to go to this concert? If so, buy your own tickets.
Or you know what? We'll go outside and at recess, we throw hands and the last person standing gets to go.
Can you pull up the story? I want to check something real quick.
Yes. 1 second. Like in this case, this K-pop fan, the person that's a fan of that K-pop group, said, I like going. It's my place. I want to go. It's like, okay, cool, but like, I already invited my other friend.
I can't uninvite someone if I've already invited someone, unless they say, "Hey, I can't make it."
I like how long we're spending on this one.
Okay, well, it's only because he's disagreeing with it.
Yeah.
And we, but you have your opinion. We have ours.
I think it's the invite, and it goes back to the I don't know, because that's what it's kind of.
Well, I understand what you're feeling, because it's like you want everybody to be included.
Yes, and to avoid drama.
And well, you can't.
You can't, unfortunately.
That's why I wasn't.
But Joey's big thing is like he wants everybody to be included, and that's why we started Raptorstrike. That's why we started doing conventions, because we want everyone to be able to enjoy the fun stuff.
Yes.
That's why we started this. Yeah. But at the same time, Alamo HeroCon tickets are $20, $15,
$12 with
$12 with the coupon, because we want everyone to be included. Mm-hmm. Now we're talking about K-pop concerts, which I know aren't cheap.
Yeah,
not everyone's going to be included.
Nosebleeds are $100.
Yeah, well, he knows because he's gone to concerts.
Yes,
and so like, I'm just saying, don't start drama because you wanted to go somewhere, and it's like if you want to go that bad, ask your parents.
Yeah,
and that's for that age group that they're talking about. If you're a grown adult and you're acting like that, you're doing something wrong with your life.
That's what I'm saying. Like now, me, I don't care. Like if I have a friend, then I have best friends, and I have y'all.
In the chat, 2 go in, 1 comes out.
Thunderdome style.
Who said that?
That was Andy.
DJ Loco.
DJ. But yeah, it's just I remember having to deal with that in high school, and that was a whole egg. That's why I'm like try to include everybody.
I don't like drama.
Yeah,
I don't like drama. That's why I worked. So on to the next one, because that one definitely got me fired up.
That can go into the weeds. But for the next prompt, am I the jerk for not letting my friend use my vehicle?
Straight off rip? Thou, why don't you let me use your car?
Because you money shifted it last time, dog.
For
explain what that is.
So I'm gonna explain the whole story. So last time I let Noah drive my Mustang, mind you, my Mustang's a 6-speed manual transmission. You have to road your own gears. Emmanuel. So I let him drive it because it was your birthday. I remember because it was your birthday. I was like, you know what, dog? I'm gonna let you drive my car because happy birthday or whatever.
Happy birthday.
I had forgotten to give him a gift. That's why. So
hashtag broke. We're broke.
So he's driving my car and he's doing pretty good. Like just quick crash course on driving a manual. But what homie does is I tell him just let go of the shifter and push it forward to go into third. Homeboy grabs the shifter, manually moves it to the center. Actually, it was fourth, right?
It was I went from 5th to 2nd. Is what I did.
He was trying to downshift into 4th to try and get it to go faster so he wouldn't lug the engine. Homeboy grabs the shifter instead of just letting it drop and just letting it go into its natural position, which is between 3rd and 4th, and then pulling it back. No, he grabs it, manually moves it, but he moves it too far. So then he shifts into 2nd gear, lets go of the clutch, and you just see the tack go whapa, like all the way towards the bottom of the thing. And then luckily, he clutched in.
Both of us went forward, of course.
Yeah, both of us went. And then luckily he clutched in, and nothing happened to my engine, so we're fine.
So after that, I bought a 2002 Ford GT, which is a 5-speed manual.
Ford GT.
And then I did the same exact thing, but I did it with my dad. And man, I wish I was recording his reaction because he was in the passenger seat, and all you hear is what? So yes, I have a pass of money shifting every car that's manual.
Yes.
But we ball. All right, on to the next one.
Yes. Damn. Okay.
Anyways, all right.
So straight off rip.
Am I the jerk for not letting my friend use my vehicle? No, it's your car.
Yeah.
No, it's your car. Yeah.
No.
All right, so let's listen to what they
That's
have
without
to say.
any context. No, you're not.
Let me just make sure I didn't copy 2 prompts into here. No. All right. Well, we're gonna listen to this guy, or person, human.
My friend is moving to Dallas and wants to fly into Austin, where I live, in order to drive my vehicle to Dallas to house shop.
Texas.
They said renting a car was expensive, but they will drop $1,000 shopping. I just don't feel comfortable letting a friend use my primary vehicle for the weekend. When someone rear-ended me, it took me 3 months to get my vehicle back due to parts shortages. I just don't want to be put in a situation like that if something happens. This friend can easily afford to pay $50 a day or whatever the rental car price is, but is just being cheap. Am I jerk for saying no? My husband has a car, so we don't really need the vehicle that weekend, but I just think it would ruin our friendship if something happened to my vehicle. It doesn't seem worth it to me. I would never ask to borrow someone's car in this situation.
That didn't change my opinion.
You know what this tells me? This tells me the person that said no knows how the other person drives. That's what that tells me. For starters, a rental car is not $50 a day. I know that from experience. But no, that doesn't change. Huh?
Is it higher or lower?
It's usually 80 to 120 depending on the vehicle.
Like if you get a big vehicle, it's gonna be more.
Yeah,
but
yeah. But
you can rent a Chevy Spark and
U-Haul pickup truck for $19.95. Sponsor us, U-Haul. No, this doesn't change my mind. I'm guessing they are saying no out of the frustration of going through what happens if someone gets into a wreck. Also, from experience driving in Austin, that's the worst place to be. That's the worst place to be if you have a vehicle. But no, this doesn't change my opinion. Also, they're moving from Dallas. What was the beginning of the?
They're moving to Dallas.
They're moving to Dallas.
My friend is moving to Dallas.
They're flying into
Austin.
Guys, Dallas has an airport.
Hold on. They're flying into Austin, where I live, in order to drive my vehicle to Dallas to house shop.
So they're driving into Austin.
They're flying in
specifically to borrow. They're flying into Austin specifically to borrow a car. Mm-hmm. Instead of just flying to Dallas and renting the car.
You want me to let you have my car, you put miles on it to Dallas, drive around all of Dallas. Oh, you're going to the two meccas of
like
a horrible driving experience.
Yeah.
An extra 4 hours.
So
4 hours to Dallas.
I actually have some experience on that.
3.5 or so. But yeah.
Funny enough, I actually have some experience with somebody wanting to borrow my truck.
Damn, he's about to call me out.
He's about to call me out.
No, so a friend of mine asked to borrow my truck because they wanted to go camping. And they wanted to tow a camper with it. I said no.
Which truck? This one?
Yeah, my F-150.
It was where to where?
I don't remember, but it was like out there by Gartner or something like that.
Yeah, no.
My thing is
borrowing the truck is one thing. Borrowing the truck to tow something is a different monster.
My thing is like, okay, if you got to go from like the office to your house, whatever, dude, just take the keys. I that's my truck. I'm taking the risk of you borrowing it. But if you're going to tow something, mind you, something that I already knew was going to be way too heavy for the truck.
What was it again? An RV?
It was a camper, like a camper trailer.
RV camper?
Yeah, so I was like, okay, look. God.
And usually you get an F-250 to do that.
I was like,
Diesel.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with towing a camper behind an F-150, but you got to know what you're doing. Those things are heavy.
Yeah.
But what I was like, look, dude, I would let you borrow the truck, but one, you're towing something. I'm not going to do that. Two, it's not, I'm not taking that risk right now. I did let him to borrow the truck a few days later just to drive to his house because somebody towed his car. But
somebody towed his car?
Somebody towed his car. Actually, no. His girlfriend had his car. My bad. Oh. So I was like, okay.
Had his car towed.
His girlfriend had his car, and I was like, okay, just take my truck to your house to go get like whatever you needed.
No, and it's all situational. But if they don't know how to tow a trailer, that's strike one.
That too. They didn't know how to tow a trailer.
It was like their first time.
Yeah, it was going to be their first time towing. I'm like,
I'm sorry, no.
Get a smaller camper van, a smaller camper trailer, and tow it behind your SUV. It'll be fine.
Take care of others' property. Respect. Yeah. Well, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's all about trust and friendship.
On both sides.
You're testing every bit of trust and friendship in me.
But
I'll tell you that right
for this story, I think at the end of the day, it's your car and you're allowed to say yes or no. And if they get upset about it, it's on them. Because if I go to one of y'all and I say, hey, can I borrow X, Y, and Z? Y'all say no, I got to live with it. I'm not going to be mad about it because it's your stuff.
The other side of that is why aren't you flying into Dallas? If you're gonna use don't.
Because if you think about it, they have to pay for gas.
No, but they're flying into Austin. What is the other reason they're flying into Austin? You can't say, hey, I'm gonna fly into Austin so I can visit you. By the way, can I borrow your car?
No.
Nope.
Can I fly into Austin so I can borrow your car?
Yeah, and no, I'm sorry.
Drive around Austin.
I'm sorry, no. The other side of that is if you fly into Dallas and just get a rental car, you'll be fine. There's always a discount code or something going on that you can do. Like before Hurricane Ian is the one that hit
Florida?
That's the one that hit my plane.
Yeah. Well, I was in Florida the day before the hurricane hit.
Uh-huh.
Which I flew over there knowing that the hurricane was coming, and I'm like, hey, should I cancel my flight? And they're like, no, we'll be fine. I get there.
We'll be fine.
We're not fine. Okay. And they tell me when I land, they're like, hey, let's go to dinner. And they're like, hey, we should have told you not to come. But they told me that when you're on the plane, and they're like, what do you want me to do? Tell them to turn the plane around and go back? So I landed in Fort Myers, got the rental car. By the time they told me, hey, you need to get back to Texas because you're not going to get out of here. All of the airports on the West Coast were shut down. So I had to book it, and I mean book it, to Miami International so I can get out of there. But the main source of that is it's all situational.
Yeah.
You know, if anyone wants to borrow the Crown Vic, it's $10 a day. It's $10. We call it Black Pearl because I haven't figured out the steering yet. But
you turn the wheel left to go left.
But yeah,
or right, depending on what the car feels.
You're not the jerk for wanting to do that. I think we got time for one more.
Yes, we got time for Uno Mas. No, they're not the jerk because it's their property.
But again, that person knows how the other person drives. That's got to be it.
Do that one.
Check the other ones to just see if there's anything.
Let's keep hitting the random button. No.
That one seems funny.
Nah. Nah.
Oh, no,
I didn't like that one.
Yeah, that one. Okay.
Do the treadmill one. I can talk a little bit about the treadmill one. Okay.
We can't.
Obviously.
Wow.
So the prompt for this one is.
Hold on.
What? Yep. Am I the jerk? Am I the jerk for using the treadmill in the middle instead of the ones on the side? No. No.
I don't go to the gym, but I don't see why that matters.
I agree.
I don't see why that matters to be in the middle one or the side. You're all working out. Just mind your own damn business.
Yeah, I mean,
like they're usually spread out enough, spaced enough that it doesn't matter. I mean, not to mention they have the side things.
Yeah, they have the side things, but it's an etiquette
not like
thing.
You can run to the next.
I know, man.
Some people see it as an etiquette thing, but at the end of the day, it's like you should be looking forward the whole time. Like,
just put your headphones in and shut up.
The other side of that is if that's such a problem, you know, all the gyms you're paying because they paid for all this equipment. If you want to pay less, just have them buy less equipment and spread it out. Like if that's such a problem. But they don't because everything's money focused. Everything's how many people can I cram into this small space to be hot, sweaty, and stinky together.
Yeah.
Come on.
Some gyms are like packed. But I won't get into that.
Anyways, let's listen to the prompt, see what we think after this.
So, my apartment community has a decent-sized gym with standard equipment, including 3 treadmills. I only ever go to the gym to do my cardio, and so I have used all 3 of the treadmills. The treadmills are off to the side of the gym in their own area facing windows. They are all 3 different brands and function a bit differently. The one on the far left is visibly old and just not as nice to use. The one on the right is fine but a little confusing to use with a lot of extra buttons that I still don't know what they do.
Goldilocks.
The one in the middle is my favorite one. It's easy to use and it's new. So, whenever I go to the gym I always use the middle one if it's open. Side note, it's almost always open. There's rarely people in the gym at the same time. Well, I was just on the treadmill and halfway through my workout when 2 girls come in. My headphones are in and I barely notice them at first, but in my peripherals and reflection on the window I see them just hovering by me. Like I said, the treadmill area is off to the side and separated from the rest of the gym, so this is odd. I turn to look at one of them and she immediately turns to act like she wasn't staring. The other one looks like she's scoffing or huffing at me. My earbuds are in, I can't hear. I take my earbuds out and just say, "Hi," and they flatly respond, "Hi," and then leave the gym entirely. Weird, but whatever, I resume. About half an hour later I'm done and walk down the stairs through the pool clubhouse which the gym is on top of. The girls are there sitting. They see me and get up and go towards the door to the stairs to the gym. I just nod at them as we cross paths when one of them goes, "If you're working out by yourself you should really use the treadmills off to the side," and I just respond by saying, "Huh?" And they both go on to say I was hogging the treadmills and preventing them, from using the treadmills together. That it's inconsiderate to choose the one in the middle because what if people want to be next to each other? I'm just tired and sweaty and have no energy to argue, so I just kind of laugh and say okay. I told my sister about this and she said she understands where they're coming from and that if all three were open when I got to the gym I should have chose one on the side. I think that's stupid and I should be able to choose whichever one I want, but maybe I'm wrong? IDK gym etiquette, so Aida?
That is not what I was thinking about. The etiquette that I was thinking about is that there's two people on
Go to the chat.
on the treadmill already, or you're like there's treadmills and then you got two and then one in the middle.
It's stay out of this one.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm gonna get into it.
No, I am too. It's entitlement.
Does it matter?
No, you're running.
Okay, but the way that they sounded in there is because they wanted to run next to each other to be able to talk. You're telling me there's nothing else you could have been doing in that gym?
Put your headphones on and mind your own business.
You know, when I'll go to the gym by myself, but sometimes I'll go with a friend, right? You know how many times
Say goodnight.
like you know how many times that I had to
We have a paragraph there.
I think it depends. In major gyms, as a female, some guys are weird and try walking to you and can make you try talking to you to make you feel uncomfortable. But if everyone minds their own business, I don't see an issue. Exactly.
I don't know. I'm not attractive, sweaty, and smelly, so I think that's the last place I'm gonna try to.
Not attractive as is. So.
Wow, thanks.
My mindset. Okay, I'm gonna get into this because I'm a gym goer in disguise.
He
guys.
goes to the gym. I don't. I go to Jim's, the restaurant.
I go to the gym quite often, and this upsets me, and I'm gonna get into it. A gym should be looked at as a place of business, not a social spot. That is the way I look at the gym. You're there to work. When I'm there by myself, I don't talk to no one and I go for it. If I'm there with a friend, we talk in between sets and that's it. We're not in anybody's way. Nothing like that. You are there to work on yourself, work on whatever you need to work on. When people are there just to talk, no, that's not what the gym is used for. It's not used to just take up two of the treadmills or anything like that. If you're there to work, if you're there to truly work on yourself, it doesn't matter if you're right next to each other or on the other sides of the gym. You're there to run on the treadmill.
So when I would go to the gym with my brother, we would both get on. We would be next to each other, but there was no words. We both put on earbuds and did our mile or 2 miles that we tried.
Yeah, like this is.
I don't think I ever made it to.
Thing. This is just a straight up gym etiquette thing.
Yeah, this is just gym. This is just people wanting to do their own thing, and they think they're the center of the universe.
Yeah, they're the.
That's males and females.
It's the I'm the main character vibes.
It's entitlement.
It's not. It's not right. Like it's not right to expect people to move out of the way if they're already working out.
Mm-hmm.
You wait for them to finish their set and then you go and work out.
Yeah, and that's gym etiquette. Clean your equipment.
Yeah, no,
That's clean the equipment, but that's a different
That's
subject.
who nobody wants to touch the sweaty control panel.
Like
yeah,
when I first saw this prompt, I thought it was going to be a bunch of different treadmills, and there's going to be a chunk that's open, and then you choose one that's in between two people like that. Okay, that's kind of a weird thing to do etiquette wise, but it's not allowed. It's just frowned upon. But if you have 3 treadmills and you prefer the one in the middle, use the one. And like you said, if you and your brother were working out together and y'all didn't talk, y'all just ran or did whatever y'all need to do, you could have done that together or separate.
Yeah.
I like, again, I've had to do it where my friend was on the other side of the gym on a treadmill because there was no space. We just ran, we got it done, and we reconnected afterwards.
Yeah. My thing is if you want to walk or run with somebody and talk, go to the park and go to the trail. Okay. Here's another issue with me on this one. It was an apartment building gym, right?
Yes.
It was a gym for an apartment building.
You paid for it.
She's paying that rent the same way as those other. Well, actually, it could be. We don't. I don't know the full story, but the other characters in this predicament, it could be one is paying for that and the other's just there with her. That's what it could be, unless they're both tenants, cool, or they're roommates, whatever. But everyone is paying I'm not gonna say an equal amount, but they're paying their dues for that gym. So you are not the main character.
You know what I want to talk about too? The sister. The sister is wrong for agreeing with the other people and telling her sister, she was like, oh, well, I understand where they're coming from. No, you have a if that treadmill was on the side, she would have used it on the side. It was the fact that it was the preferred treadmill. No one's there. Like,
just use it.
Yeah, no.
Alrighty, we'll leave it up to chat. Should we do one more? Can
we do a poll?
A poll?
Oh, can you do a poll? Yeah.
Uno más or finito?
Well, with that one, Sergeant Hood was like, call it. Call it, say goodnight.
Call it night.
That's a snapshot right there. Just say goodnight, boys.
Yeah, no, that's very frustrating. Because it's like... I know, I'm going to go into a rant. I don't want to go into a rant.
I don't go to the gym, but let's see. I don't go to the gym, but it's I didn't go to socialize. I went to sweat my butt off and try to work.
When I used to go, I would do it, but
can you minimize it on the screen just so I can see what chat's saying? No.
Ice cream flavor.
I guess we can't. Hold on. What's going on?
No, Leo put ice cream flavor.
My favorite ice cream flavor is birthday cake.
You gotta go cookies and cream, dog.
I can't minimize the poll, Joey.
It's
look, good. Leo, cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream is a classic. I just like birthday cake. I had cheesecake ice cream today. It was really good.
80% of people want to see another one. I'm assuming the 20% is Sergeant Hood.
That said no.
Like, go to sleep.
It's past your bedtime. Let's see. All right, let's bring up another one.
We're bringing up another
And
one.
poll.
We'll bring up another
Thank you, guys.
Let's see. Let's bring up uno más.
And one more from the randomizer. You know what? Just go to the Reddit page, and we'll just shotgun it.
I would say press search on the top, because those are kind of the ones. Right there, the magnifying glass on the left. On the left. No. Oh,
great job.
Hate it.
What do you mean I go to gyms to socialize? Of course I do. I talk to the waiter or the waitress, see how their day's going.
His food.
Be nice to your waiters and waitresses. Unless they're not nice to you, then all gloves are off. We're throwing hands outside.
My neighbor's dog for not changing the chore system. Taking back my niece's birthday gift.
What is wrong with people?
I kind of was liking that one. Would I be the jerk for changing passwords?
All right. So, would I be the jerk for changing passwords on all my streaming apps?
Go up to the edit. Yeah, right there.
So, let's go ahead and get the initial thoughts. What do you guys think?
Without any context? No.
Yeah, it's your streaming platform, dog.
You pay for it. You have the right to it. But let's see what they say. Let's see.
Go for it.
I, F25, and my husband, M, 29, have multiple streaming accounts split up with my in-laws. My husband's dad pays for Netflix, and we pay for Peacock, Disney, Paramount, and Discovery. We password share all of these apps. My father-in-law let us know he would not be paying the $7.99 to allow us to keep sharing on Netflix even though they are well off. And we pay for the other streaming apps they use. WIBTA if I change the passwords on the other accounts we pay for and kick them off since they won't pay the extra $7.99 for Netflix when we pay a total of about $40 for the other streaming service. Since we pay for no ads? I understand they have a right to not pay the extra, but I don't feel like it's right to let them use our passwords for streaming services we use and pay for, which is way more than the price it would cost to add us onto their account.
No, you wouldn't be the jerk for changing it. Because from the sounds of it, you're paying for 4 different services. They're paying for 1. So already, right off the bat, you're at a disadvantage.
Yeah, because they're going from
now. If it was 3 and 3 or 4 and 4, that's different.
I think they're going from like that would be like $12.99 to like $20, something like that. Because that's like if they're jumping up the subscription for more people, and that's not bad. I mean, still like $20 a month versus the $40 that they pay.
This one's pretty short and sweet. No.
Yeah.
No.
I'd say no.
No, there's no.
All together
if
now.
they're being
Kick
petty,
them off.
like if
Kick
they're
them off.
being petty and just being like, yo, I don't want to pay this $8 a month that it is.
Oh, this one had an edit.
Oh
Let's read it after now.
Let's see.
What was the edit? Let me see.
Oh, right.
Edit. Oh,
Up there it is. No,
No.
that's
No.
the next one.
That one.
okay. It seems many are curious. This isn't something I would do without sending a heads up first / communicating. And my husband and I have already talked about it, and he is on the same page as me. We just don't know if it's worth the hassle. Thanks for the advice so far.
They're gonna do it.
So what you're saying is, this wasn't a you idea. This was y'all together said, plink.
Yes.
So yeah, if it was like I don't get along with his family or he doesn't get along with her family, then that's just drama that you don't need. But at the same time,
It's both of y'all. Y'all are a couple.
it
and you
sounds
just
like
need
even the husband's like, Dad, pay for your own
to pay for your own streaming services.
pay for your own streaming services.
Thank you.
So
That's
that's a no. So
yeah. No, this is just
Yeah,
It's like,
pretty
come on, dude.
straightforward.
again, if this was a segment that y'all liked or y'all enjoyed, or you'd like to see this again on a later episode, drop that in the comments, or even
Like the video.
You know, like the video, or DM one of us, or at the Raptorstrike _podcast in Instagram.
And if y'all have any Reddit posts that y'all want us to go through, just go ahead and drop them in the one of our socials.
Yeah, one of our social medias. Actually, that's a great idea. If there's something that you'd like for us to review or look
even
at,
in the
or
comments.
give a or even in the comments on one of the lives, we really appreciate user and audience participation. You know, I think the best things that could happen ever are the things that are unscripted. Sometimes those are bad things, you know, or like stuff falling, or us, you know, cracking a joke that none of us were ready for. I think those are the best. Again, for everyone, we appreciate all the support, and it being, you know, episode 8, we're still getting a hang of these things, so we're trying different things on what we should and shouldn't do for the next one. We appreciate that, and you good luck with the music as well. I mean, I've been tuning into the Spotify. Actually, shout out to DJ Loco Amp. He's you can find him on Spotify. You can find him on YouTube. Great music. I like to vibe to it sometimes.
Yeah.
A lot of it is like
EDM.
EDM,
Yes.
electric music.
I think he does quite a bit of hard style too, which is like, well, it is EDM, but
I like hard stuff.
it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the one of my favorite songs that you have isn't on like the TikTok list of songs, so I wish they would add it so I can use it in a video or something. But I don't remember the name. I'm full of not remembering things today. But shout out to him. If you know, show him some support. Listen to some of the music if you like EDM or electronic music. I believe he even has like a lo-fi song, which is the background music for us. Everything else, thank you to all the supporters: CV Fabrication, Okabe's Jewelry, Rap Cuts by Jaws, Alamo Hero Con. We really appreciate everything from everybody. And on that sense, We hope everybody has a great weekend. Happy 4th of July. If you've noticed the lights in the background, we got red, white, and blue. So we appreciate everything. Remember, be cool and stay humble. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
What he said.
Peace.